Hello students, so today we will start the new chapter and the chapter name is your company financial statement, or we can say that company balance sheet. As you can see from the board, your format of the balance sheet. Till now we have read about the sole trading concern, partnership business, how to prepare the balance sheet. In that form, balance sheet is prepared in your T set, but as far as your company accounts has been considered, okay, so balance sheet is prepared according to the part 1 of schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. So there has been certain rules and provisions is required to prepare the balance sheet, and that is the format of the balance sheet which we have to follow while preparing the balance sheet as per schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. Now here what comes in case of a balance sheet, the format you can see here, 2 year would be shown. First one is your current year, okay, and second one is the previous year. That means previous year figure would also be shown such that it will help us to compare the financial position of the company. Okay, so here we are required to prepare the two column. First one is for current year and second one is for previous year. Now here you can see note number is there. So one column is be required for your note number. Okay, then this is the particular column. Okay, so now here the balance sheet would be prepared in horizontal format. Okay, so that means first of all what we have to show, first of all your liability part is to be shown, okay, in one page, then followed by the your asset side, and total would be both, it will be matching with each other. Okay, so let us start how to prepare the balance sheet. First of all you can see the term equity and liabilities would be written. तो सबसे पहले क्या लिखना पड़ेगा, equity and liability. The term equity means your what? Equity means your owner's capital. So in case of your company, what happens? Owner's capital कहाँ से आता है? Due to the issue of share capital, okay, and due to the reserves and surplus. So company, your equity or capital and liabilities both will be shown in this format. And under there are total 6 headings. Okay, in case of equity it will be divided into 2 part, liability would be divided into 2 heading, and again assets would be divided into 2 heading, and there are various other subheadings are there. Okay, तो इक्विटी एंड लायबिलिटीज में क्या आएगा, सबसे पहले शेयर होल्डर फंड्स. शेयर होल्डर फंड्स का मतलब क्या होता है, ओनर्स मनी. ठीक है, हम लोग अपना पैसा. सो द कंपनी इश्यूज द अमाउंट ऑफ कैपिटल बाय द इश्यू ऑफ शेयर्स, दैट इज नोन एज द शेयर कैपिटल. तो उसके अंदर में क्या आएगा, सबसे पहले बिट ए इज अ शेयर कैपिटल एंड सेकंड वन इज अ रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस. नाउ नोट नंबर हैज बीन गिवन. ओके, सपोज नोट नंबर 1, इसमें क्या होता है, डायरेक्टली वी आर राइटिंग द अमाउंट. So accordingly we are required to prepare the note number. Suppose note 1 share capital. Share capital के अंदर में क्या शो करना पड़ेगा, सबसे पहले authorized share capital, उसके बाद फिर secondly issued share capital, third one your subscribed share capital. Either it will be subscribed and fully paid up or subscribed or partly paid up. So जो भी उसका main heading का जो total आएगा, okay, so that total will be shown here. Okay, similarly second bit reserves and surplus. Now so reserves and surplus could be shown also in note number. So इसमें क्या क्या लिखेंगे हम लोग, all the reserves, for example your capital redemption reserve, capital reserve, securities premium reserve, profit and loss account, credit balance वो भी हमारा profit है. So all the reserves will be shown and total करके उसको हमको यहाँ show करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. Now third one, money received against share warrant. ठीक है. So in CBSE this point is not so important. So although it has been given in the format, so we have to write. होता क्या है, हम लोग shareholder what they do, they can issue their shares as the warranty. Okay, तो वो जो पैसा जो आएगा that will be considered as a what, money received against share warrant. Okay, so these two things is important. First one is the share capital, second one is the reserves and surplus. Now next heading is your share application money pending allotment. So this is also not so important. इसका मतलब क्या होता है, जब कंपनी श्योर कंपनी इशू कर रही है शेयर्स, ठीक है, कंपनी को एप्लीकेशन का पैसा मिल गया और अलॉटमेंट का पैसा कंपनी को बाद में मिलेगा, बट कंपनी इज श्योर जो अमाउंट जो मिल चुका है कंपनी को, सो दैट विल बी आल्सो कंसीडर्ड एज ए व्हाट, एज योर ओनर्स इक्विटी. ओके, सो दैट विल बी शोन अंडर शेयर एप्लीकेशन मनी पेंडिंग अलॉटमेंट. मतलब अलॉटमेंट का पैसा अभी तक मिला नहीं है, ठीक है, एप्लीकेशन का पैसा मिल गया तो उसको हम शो करेंगे. सो दैट इज नॉट सो इम्पोर्टेंट. Okay, so as I have said, that टोटल कंपनी बैलेंस शीट हैज बीन डिवाइडेड इनटू टू हेड्स। तो सबसे पहले आपका इक्विटी के अंदर में कितना आएगा, टू हेड्स। फर्स्ट वन योर शेयर होल्डर फंड्स, ओके, एंड देन शेयर एप्लीकेशन मनी पेंडिंग अलॉटमेंट। नाउ नेक्स्ट इज योर लायबिलिटी, ओके। सो लायबिलिटी एज वी नो, थर्ड बिट लायबिलिटी में it is divided into two part. First one is your non current liability and second one is your current liability, ठीक है। नॉन करेंट लायबिलिटी का मतलब क्या होता है, लायबिलिटी विच इज पेबल आफ्टर 12 months, मोर देन 1 year वी टेक टू पे द डेट, दैट इज नो मीनिंग ऑफ व्हाट, लॉन्ग टर्म लायबिलिटी। करेंट लायबिलिटी मींस द लायबिलिटी विच आर पेबल विद इन अ ईयर और विद इन 12 months। नाउ अगेन दिस इज द मेन हेडिंग एंड दिस आर ऑल योर व्हाट, सब हेडिंग। इसके अंदर सब हेडिंग क्या आएगा, सबसे पहले लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स, ठीक है। सो लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स व्हाट डज इट इंक्लूड्स, लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स मतलब हम लोग बोरो किए पैसा बाहर से लॉन्ग टर्म बेसिस, मतलब दैट अमाउंट इज पेबल आफ्टर 12 months, ओके। फॉर एग्जांपल योर डिबेंचर्स, ठीक है, और यू कैन से योर परसेंटेज डिबेंचर्स और लॉन्ग टर्म लोन फ्रॉम एनी फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस, ठीक है। सो दैट विल बी कंसीडर्ड अंडर लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स। Next is your deferred tax liability. So deferred tax liability is also not so important. होता क्या है deferred tax liability, हम लोग जो अकाउंट मेंटेन करते हैं दैट इज अकॉर्डिंग टू द अकाउंटिंग कॉन्सेप्ट, और जब टैक्स पे करते हैं दैट इज अकॉर्डिंग टू द इनकम टैक्स कॉन्सेप्ट, ठीक है। उसके अंडर में अगर कुछ डिफरेंसेस आता है तो दैट विल बी कंसीडर्ड एज ए व्हाट, योर डेफर्ड टैक्स लायबिलिटी। So any accounts, any differences which has been caused due to the differences in the treatment of your accounting treatment as per accounting standard or income tax act 1961, ठीक है। उसमें अगर लायबिलिटी अगर इंक्रीज हो रहा है तो हम लोग डेफर्ड टैक्स लायबिलिटी हम लोग देंगे जो पेंडिंग है, और अगर एसेट्स अगर इंक्रीज होगा तो उसको हम शो करेंगे एसेट साइड में डेफर्ड टैक्स एसेट्स, बट दिस इज नॉट सो इम्पोर्टेंट एज पर CBSE। नाउ नेक्स्ट वन इज योर अदर लॉन्ग टर्म लायबिलिटीज। So there has been the various other long term liabilities, okay, so which would not be shown under the heading your long term borrowings। उसके अलावा जो भी long term liabilities होगा कंपनी को शो करना पड़ेगा। Next one is your long term provision. Now long term provision means what, there are two types of provision। एक होता है क्या, short term provision as we can see from the current liability, and one is your long term provision, ठीक है। सो लॉन्ग टर्म प्रोविजंस का मतलब क्या होता है, फॉर एग्जांपल योर प्रोविजन फॉर एम्प्लॉय बेनिफिट फंड EPF, वी हैव ऑलरेडी रेड इन योर पार्टनरशिप बिजनेस, एम्प्लॉयज प्रोविडेंट फंड इज द अमाउंट ऑफ योर एम्प्लॉयज, ठीक है। तो उसको हम कहाँ से करते थे, लायबिलिटी साइड ऑफ योर बैलेंस शीट, उसको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट नहीं किया जाता था, ठीक है। सो दैट विल बी कंसीडर्ड एज योर व्हाट, दैट विल बी कंसीडर्ड एज योर लॉन्ग टर्म प्रोविजंस, ओके। So again we can see that your long term provision, what does it includes, as we can see that a long term provision it includes your, as I have said, EPF, that is your employee provident fund, okay. Otherwise we can say that provision for any warranty or provision for earned leave, okay. So that will be considered under your what, under your long term provision. Now current liabilities. Now under current liabilities what is to be shown, your subheading, this is the main heading and this is the subheading, okay. So first of all here is your short term borrowings, okay. So short term borrowings, what does it includes, it includes your any borrowings which is being made for short term purpose, that means which is payable within 12 months। it includes for example your loan which is repayable on demand, जो हम लोग जब भी डिमांड करेंगे हम लोग पेमेंट कर देंगे, दैट विल बी कंसीडर्ड एज ए व्हाट, योर शॉर्ट टर्म बोरोइंग्स। देन we can say that bank overdraft or cash credit, so this is also a part of what, short term borrowings, okay. Then your other loans and advances which is less than 12 months, okay. So that is the meaning of what, that is the example which is to be considered under your what, under your short term borrowings. Next is your trade payable. Now what does it includes, trade payable, it includes your bills payable and sundry creditor. So as we have read, the sum total of bills payable and sundry creditor would be considered as a what, as your trade creditors, okay. Now other current liabilities. Now other current liabilities, what does it includes, other current liabilities it includes your unpaid dividend, okay, unpaid dividend, or you can say that any outstanding amount would be there, that would be also outstanding liability, that would be also considered as a what, other current liability. Or we can say that for example interest accrued but due on your borrowings, okay. तो जो पैसा हम लोग का बाकी है, so that is also considered as your what, as your other current liabilities. Okay, so next one is your short-term provision. So what does the short-term provisions include? Short-term provision mainly it includes your provision for income tax, or you can say that provision for your taxation, or and your proposed dividend, okay, or final dividend which is to be paid. इसके अलावा भी provision for any provision which has been given for employee benefit, okay, provision for expenses or any other provisions would be considered under your what? Under your short-term provisions. Okay, so after preparing all this, what we have to do? We have to get the total. So total we will get. Okay, so the total of all the liabilities we have to write here. Okay, so this is the first part of your equity and liabilities. Second part is the assets. Now assets, you can say that assets is also divided into two parts. First one is the non-current assets and second one is the current assets. Non-current assets, any assets which is there which can be used for more than 12 months. Okay, so that is your what? That is your non-current, or otherwise known as your fixed assets. Okay, so this is the main heading. Now subheading, you see your fixed assets. Under fixed asset, it has been divided into so many parts. First one is your what? Tangible assets. So any tangible asset that is in the form of land, building, machinery, plant and machinery, furniture. Okay, so that will be shown under which heading? Under your tangible assets. Next is your intangible assets. So as we have read, intangible assets क्या होता है? Your patent, goodwill, your copyright. Okay, so that would be considered as your what? Trademark. That would be considered as your intangible assets. Next is your capital work in progress. अब capital work in progress का मतलब क्या होता है? Means any assets, कोई भी assets हम लोग बना रहे हैं, ठीक है? For example, we are construction of building is there. एक building है, तो बिल्डिंग का वैल्यूएशन सपोज 10 लाख का बिल्डिंग बन रहा है, ठीक है? तो हाफ बिल्डिंग हम लोग का कंस्ट्रक्शन हो गया है और काम चल रहा है उसमें, सो दैट विल बी कंसीडर्ड एज ए व्हाट? वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस. तो जो आधा बिल्डिंग 5 लाख का बन गया है तो वो भी हमारा एसेट्स है, उसको हम कहाँ शो करेंगे? दैट विल शो अंडर द कैपिटल वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस, ठीक है? अब जब बिल्डिंग पूरा बन के तैयार हो जाएगा, दैट मीन्स इट विल बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू व्हाट? इट विल बी चेंज इनटू योर टेंजिबल एसेट्स. ओके, now your intangible assets under development. Under development means what? There are so many intangible assets where processing has been done. For example, your software update of software. Okay, so any software which has been updated, so कितना बहुत सारा पैसा लगता है उसमें अपडेट करने के लिए, ठीक है? So that will be considered as a what? As your intangible assets under development. Okay, so again your non-current investment. So investment which can be used for more than your 12 months. Okay, that will be considered as a what? Non-current investment. So that will be shown under the separate heading. Again, deferred tax assets, as I have discussed, either there would be deferred tax liability or deferred tax assets would be there. If benefit would be more, then it would be considered as a what? Deferred tax asset. If liability would be more, it would be considered as a what? Deferred tax liabilities. Okay, then लॉन्ग टर्म लोन एंड एडवांसेस. लॉन्ग टर्म लोन एंड एडवांसेस मतलब क्या? सपोज कोई कंपनी अगर दूसरा कंपनी को लोन दे रहा है, ठीक है? सपोज ए कंपनी हैज गिवन लोन टू बी कंपनी, ठीक है? तो फॉर दैट ए कंपनी इट वुड बी कंसिडर्ड एज ए व्हाट? योर लॉन्ग टर्म लोन एंड एडवांसेस. एंड फॉर द बी कंपनी इट वुड बी कंसिडर्ड एज योर व्हाट? इट वुड बी कंसिडर्ड एज योर लॉन्ग टर्म बोरिंग्स. उसको हम क्या मान के चलेंगे? लॉन्ग टर्म्स बोरिंग. ओके, तो जो लोन दे रहा है, कंपनी जो लोन दे रहा है, उसको हम क्या कंसीडर करेंगे? दैट विल बी कंसीडर्ड एज ए व्हाट? लॉन्ग टर्म लोन एंड एडवांसेस. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज योर अदर करंट एसेट्स. So next one is other non-current assets. Other non-current assets means asset which has been acquired, so which give benefit for more than 12 months. For example, your long-term trade receivable. Okay, so next one is your, after that is your current assets. So current assets means what? Any assets which can be converted into cash. So सबसे पहले इसमें इसके अंदर क्या आएगा? It includes your current investment. Now current investment is otherwise known as your short term investment. That means investment which has been done for 1 year or within 1 year would be considered as a what? As a current investment. Okay, next one is your inventories. So this investment can be done either in investment in preference share or investment in mutual bond or investment in equity instrument or government or investment in government or trust securities. ठीक है. Now your inventories means your it means any part of your trade which has been held in the ordinary course of business, that will be considered as a what? As your inventory. For example, it includes your raw materials, it includes your finished goods, work in progress, okay, store and spares, loose tools. So this would be all be considered as a what? As the part of your inventories. Okay. Next one is your trade receivable. So trade receivable means there are some total of your debtor, and bill receivable would be considered as your what? As your trade receivable. Next is the cash and cash equivalent. So cash and cash equivalent, it will include your balance with bank, check or draft in hand, then cash in hand and others. Okay, so that will be considered as a what? Cash and cash equivalent. Now next one is your short term loan and advances. Okay, so short term loan and advances means these are those loans and advances which are expected to be realized within 12 months, okay, from the date of the balance sheet. That will be considered as your what? As your short term loans and advances. Last but not the least is your other current assets. Okay, so other current assets, it includes your prepaid expenses, dividend receivable, advance taxes and all those things. Okay, so these are all your what? This could be otherwise considered as your other current assets. Now after at last we will get the total of your assets. Okay, so after getting the total, both your assets and liability would be matched with each other, and whatever the additional information would be given, that will be prepared accordingly as per to the notes to accounts. इसमें क्या करेंगे हम? नोट्स टू अकाउंट बना के टोटलिंग करके उसको डायरेक्टली इसमें अमाउंट डालना है, एंड एट लास्ट वी विल सी द टोटल ऑफ एसेट्स एंड लायबिलिटी विल बैलेंस विद ईच अदर. ओके, so this is how we are required to prepare the company's balance sheet. In the exam, more probably company's balance sheet can be asked. Otherwise, the most important thing is your heading and subheading. It has been asked. The items would be given, okay, as is the given in the your questions in the book. So items would be given, and you will be asked to classify the following items as various headings and subheadings. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.